Hey everybody, what's up? This is Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. Now, I just want to say strike the like button. Strike the like button for your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? With every like, we save lives out here, man. This knowledge needs to be passed on, you know. We save lives with likes, you know. So now this video is gonna be about, you know, it might be short, it might be long, but it's gonna be about 2021. You know, you have to understand that in 2022, in 2020, of course, we had the whole Conan 19, you know, it sprung up and all that, but in 2020, it confirmed a lot. And actually, in all honesty, it's empowered a lot of strengths that we've been told that were weaknesses, you know. That's why I say in 2021, a lot of men are really gonna, in all honesty, get more comfortable in their skin, you know, more comfortable in their thinking patterns, more comfortable in their thoughts. The reason for that is that social distancing, you know what I'm saying? Social distancing, for a lot of people, it was new, you know, but for us who play video games, you know, who played a Super Nintendo, a PlayStation, you know, whatever you were playing, we've been social distancing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start playing video games, you tend to lock yourself in with a particular set of people, and it's usually a smaller set of people. Even for my gamers, you know, the OG gamers in the 90s and 80s, you know what I'm saying, where small group of friends would come to your home and play with you. And now, you know, we've been playing video games online, you know, at a high rate since, let's just say, since the PS3 and Xbox 360 came out. So a lot of men have been social distancing for quite some time. So we were really comfortable with the whole social distancing thing. They're like, oh yeah, so you're gonna have to stay at your home away from other people, and you're gonna have to spend time with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So we were already doing that with social distancing. You know what I'm saying? With gaming. You know, gaming is where social distancing for the majority of men started anyway. You know, because you just get your game. You know, you be it a PC gamer or a console gamer. You know, if you're not playing with the Switch, whatever, you know, you're just at home. You know what I'm saying? On your own, just gaming. So to me, we've been social distancing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new to us. And in what 2020 has confirmed, and I think lot more men in 2021 are gonna be social distancing, because this has basically told us and confirmed that you spending time on your own in a more controlled environment where there are less people is the right thing to do. So a lot of men who were already gamers or introverted and so on, they're going to lean even further into that. And now you put in the fact that it's been advertised for damn near a year that you're safer and you're saving lives for it. A lot of men are going to take this to the heart, you know. And another thing you got to look at that's a positive from, you know, the whole Conan 19 social distancing thing is it taught you that you should have a smaller circle. You should have a small circle of friends and close knit people that you know their routine and their habits. Because what Conan 19 has forced a lot of people to do, and I think a lot of men who used to have a lot of, you know, friends and a lot of associates and called them close friends or so on, it's forced you to select and eliminate people that are not actual friends. You know what I'm saying? They're not people you actually know what they're up to. Like you could say you see them on the streets and be, yeah, he's probably coming from work. You know what I'm saying? You know his schedule. So what social distancing has done, it's actually made a lot of men value having a smaller circle. You know what I'm saying? A smaller circle of friends and associates. And, it's made it a lot easier for you to control the people since, what I'm saying, since it's, Conan 19, the fear they've put out that, people going outside and so on could get you sick. You know what I'm saying? So you need to know what they're up to. You need to know if your friend is, going to damn, I forget a rave, you know what I'm saying, at an abandoned warehouse or something. So you now stick close to the people you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 minute. Yeah, so, remember people, strike that like button. You know what I'm saying? I'll be having 30 people on here watching and 10 likes. Just strike that like button, man. Each like spreads the word, saves lives, man. But like I was saying, Conan 19 forced a lot of men to understand that you need to maintain a smaller circle of friends, a smaller circle you can actually report and understand what they're up to. That's what Conan 19 has done. And it's made a lot of men who invested a lot of time into themselves, and having, you know, it's basically made a lot of men more selective about who they claim to be their close friends, because social media, because you can basically collect friends, I got 1,000 followers, I got 1,000 subscribers. It's basically blurred the line that if someone, it makes you kind of like play Pokemon with real people. So you end up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, with the whole subscriber count, you end up on YouTube trying to collect subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get 150 subscribers, 100,000 friends, and so on. So, and then you somewhat take that to real life where you just are less selective about who you call your close knit friends. So, Conan 19 has forced a lot of men to face that they have to decrease their circle. They have to make their circle a lot smaller and make it less congestive. You know what I'm saying? You could have breathing room because, the less people you have in your circle, the more mobile, the easier it is for you to communicate and talk to these people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of more men have shrunk their circles, and in all honesty, it's created a more healthier man. And the other thing that's gonna come after this is that a lot of men, because of Conan 19 having a shortage of food, because in the recession in '08, the restaurants weren't closed. We could still get food. Yes, you can, have a car. You can get a Grubhub to deliver you your food, but if you're working and you're walking near a restaurant, you can't just go in to eat and sit and relax. This has forced a lot of men to look at reality and say, man, if, the system that's running isn't absolute. You know what I'm saying? Because it's never happened in the history of this country where you can't go get a meal, where you can't go get something to eat at a restaurant. So it's forced a lot of men, their eyes, they used to call a lot of guys that said, yo, you gotta stock up on food. You gotta become more independent, you know what I mean? Less dependent on the government and so on, where they used to call these guys conspiracy theories, crazy people. Now it's awakened millions of men to understand that, dude, because of how the government has aligned things, we gotta count on ourselves. Because here's the thing with the whole Conan 19 thing. with the case numbers and all that. The thing is this: if you go to the hospital to get tested, that's a Conan 19 case. You know what I'm saying? They count that as a case. So what they've done, due to the lack of leadership and lack of the male vote having any value at all, because like I tell people, a man's vote has no value, because what the government did, and I always return to this, is that when women and men could both vote, the government did not close the loophole that it would equalize the votes. For example, if 500,000 women voted and 450,000 men voted, they would only count those 450,000 votes. So, due to the fact that the government hasn't eliminated the biases of the votes, and the light keeps going out. It's like got one of those lights in the hallway where it's motion censoring and all that crap. But remember, strike that like button. Strike that like button. A like saves lives. But like I was saying, because of the factor that the votes are imbalanced and biased, where the government is literally valuing only a particular sex for the votes, and the government is feeding off of of female nature and male nature. You know what I'm saying? But really, the votes were structured to feed off of female nature. The government is basically, and this is why I say with the whole manosphere thing, or you can't be blaming women, man. I'll say this, man. A weak man blames women. You know what I'm saying? A weak man who doesn't understand the difference between a pawn and a pawn and a king. Because here's the thing: we men have been at war with each other for thousands of years. So if you put women in the middle, you know what I'm saying, we've been playing mind games with one another forever. You know what I'm saying? So they put them in the middle as pawns. But I'll go through another video with that. But basically, what's happened is this: the government is feeding off of female nature, where the woman needs, protection and provision. But what the government's done is, the more protection and provision they gave these women, the more of the male's rights they removed. You know what I'm saying? So the government stepped in the way and basically pushed the men aside. So you want more protection? We'll have more cops. And when we have more cops, you know what I'm saying? We'll give men, we'll have to have more cops, we'll need more crime. So we're basically going to destabilize the family structure, you know what I'm saying, with the household, you know what I'm saying? But I could get deeper into that math. I'll do another video for that. But basically, it's this, man. A lot of men have waken up. They've woken. Their eyes, the primal. Conan 19 has awoken, has lifted the eyes of the man that was. Oh man, the world's gonna keep running, man. Food's always gonna be here. We're always gonna have stuff, man. In '08, in the recession, nothing. We still had food and we still had supplies. You could still count on the government and all that stuff. What's happened is, this has waken up a lot of men, that it's reawakened that survival instinct. And that survival instinct is primal. And what's gonna happen is, even as they slowly, even as they remove the issues with going to restaurants and so on, there's gonna be a lot of men where they're like, I'm not doing that. If it ain't about survival, like I'll give you an example. I think a lot of survival groups and survival meetings will become the new hangouts. I think just like you had men join the gyms and work out a lot, then the women followed, became gym junkies, and Then you had the whole, I forget the name of that sport where they're running a lot and doing mad push-ups and all that crap. I forget the name of it, but what's gonna happen is a lot of men are gonna start joining survival groups, groups that teach you how to cut a turkey alive, how to plant, how to seed. It's gonna become the activity you should know. It's gonna start getting promoted, what I'm saying, that you should join these meetups. There's gonna be a lot of meetup groups where a lot of men meet up to learn to cook, to clean raw meat, what I'm saying, clean a hide of an animal. A lot of these are going to become, because check it out, you got the gym to work out your body. So you're getting all this muscle, all this strength, but what are you going to use it for? Yeah, besides trying to flex and, look a particular way in health, what are you going to utilize that muscle for if it ain't survival? So what's going to happen is the missing piece, which is, okay, you go to the gym. Now, what are you going to need these muscles for? You know what I'm saying? You're going to need them for survival. So what's going to happen is you're going to have people go to the gym and go to survival meetups as well. And what this Conan 19 has done is it's made a lot of men more, what I'm saying, individualistic, where they're gonna value their lives more. It's not gonna be this whole BS we've been fed, save everyone else, not yourself. When in reality, someone who's looking to save everyone else before himself is not as useful, because if that person is looking at it like this, if this person can't save themselves and, critically think on whether they can be saved or not, how they gonna save a group? How you gonna save a group if you know you can't even save yourself? You know what I'm saying? So to me, in 2021, a lot more men are gonna be deeper into their manhood. I see us going back to more, those that do, to more of like a 1930s, 1940s type of man, where, what I'm saying, I'm gonna do a video on that, but we're gonna go more into, if it ain't, we're gonna go into more of if it ain't about survival and, my life's on the line, it ain't important. So a lot of men are gonna start getting their priorities in order, So to me, the after effect of 2020 is that a lot of men are going to be lost from the consumer market. A lot more men. A big consumer market's going to be survival. You know what I'm saying? Men buying bow and arrows. I know it sounds stupid, but men buying, what I'm saying, shovels to dig up dirt, to set up the soil, to plant something in their backyard for a meal. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, I think it's going to become extremely fashionable for men to actually know how to hunt again. It's kind of like that old saying where they say a lot of the old becomes new again. And what's going to happen because of Conan 19, the old ways of hunting and having your food prepped by yourself, it's coming back. Especially because of how they pushed, somebody could get sick, they got the Conan 19, they prepare your food, you could get it. That fear, what I'm saying, what a lot of these companies don't get, what I'm saying, the corporations that are involved in maintaining this don't get, is that they're going to lose a large amount of male consumers. You know what I'm saying? And as for gaming's about to grow massively. You know what I'm saying? Gaming's about to, in my honest opinion, it's gonna advance by probably 2 to 5 years when it comes to how much they're gonna push it, because now what Conan 19 did is it confirmed to men, you gaming, you playing video games by yourself, you having your friends online where y'all talk and y'all never meet is safer. It's better for you. You're a hero for doing this. You're social distancing by playing someone on Madden online. You're social distancing by having voice chats and video chats and so on. So a lot of men are going to really take hold of this social distancing. It's gonna become a badge of pride. I mean, of course, we're not gonna call it social distancing, just like it never was called social distancing when we were playing games, video games, keeping to ourselves. So a lot more men are gonna dive deeper into their hobbies. You know what I'm saying? And because the men had all this time to reflect and look on life, a lot more men are going to become far more in 2021, far more active and focused on bettering their life. You know what I'm saying? And actually taking grasp and hold and maintaining their life. Because what Conan 19 has done is it's forced a lot of men to actually reevaluate themselves on whether they're eating right, whether they're taking care of themselves, whether they themselves are actually interested in their well-being. You know what I'm saying? Because Conan 19 forced a lot of men to look at themselves in the mirror, not only spend so much time with themselves, and it's forced them to realize that, man, I'm not eating right. I'm not taking care of myself, man, because, you know what I mean? I'm not enjoying my hobbies like I used to. I'm just not taking time to myself, because what Conan 19 did is that it had all of the distractions gone. You know what I mean? Not a lot of sound on the streets, not a lot of bars to go to. You were forced to face yourself, something you've been hiding from by saying, blaming society, creating stress because you don't fit in and so on. So what Conan 19 has done, it's forced you as a man to look at yourself and question yourself without an excuse to hide on whether you're actually doing what's best for you. And a lot of men are gonna take this and push it. 2021, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the year, it's gonna be the return of the individualistic man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what 2020 was about. Can you take care of yourself? Can you survive and all that stuff? Are you eating right to fight Conan 19, the destroyer? What are you doing to face Conan 19? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men, this has not only been a wake-up call, it's made them a lot stronger. You know what I'm saying? And as for those introverted men, it's probably confirmed to them that, dude, introvert is the safest thing to be. So I expect a lot more men to start being, following their own way. They're gonna start following their own way for real. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a mass exodus of men following their own way. So to me, man, the stuff's gonna change. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it's already part of mainstream with how men are talking to each other when it comes to how they can socialize at bars and so on. You know what I mean? So a lot of men are already alternating and adapting. But Conan 19 has forced adaption. And in all honesty, I think it's sped up male thinking by probably 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, it's probably, let's say 2 to 5 years. It's sped up the rate of gotta do it now. It's sped up that gotta do it now because a lot of men it's forced Conan 19 has forced a lot of men, young, old, to face their mortality. And that reaction of facing your mortality has basically had the clock ticking. It's time. I gotta do something before I die. And I can't waste time with people on stress, this and that. I gotta do what I gotta do. My life is on the line. So and then with how they've handled it, where they've spread Conan 19, they had it everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's on your bank statement. You going to log into your bank account, PayPal. It's all over. It's where it shouldn't even be. I don't know why Conan 19 is on my PNC app when I'm just trying to get a deposit. So it's basically forced a lot of men to look at their mortality. And when men realize, the time is ticking, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna move a lot different. You're gonna see a lot less patient men when it comes to relationships. Like I'm talking, I'm gonna coin the phrase to follow heat. You're gonna see a lot of men walk away from an interaction. I'm gonna do a video on that interaction. You're gonna see a lot of men walk away from interactions in relationships in 10 seconds or less. That's gonna be the motto for 2021, 10 seconds or less. You know what I'm saying? If somebody disrespects you, you get up, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? They could yell, they could scream, baby, come back, baby, I love you, come back to me, please. Nope, I'm sorry, 10 seconds or less, gone. You're gonna see a lot more, and in all honesty, it's really men returning to that mentality where I don't tolerate BS. You know what I'm saying? A lot more men are gonna return to that no BS mentality where they don't give BS that much patience. You know what I'm saying? The man of 2021. But there's gonna be a polar reverse when it comes on the female side. The women are gonna have more patience. I'll do that on another video on, the women of 2021 and what's gonna change. Even though the laws won't change, you know what I'm saying? They might change. We'll see what happens. It depends on, cause I predict, man. I think it's gonna either be the Democrats or Republicans. One of them is going to flip. One thing a lot of men in the manosphere don't bring up is how how one of them's gonna flip. One of them's gonna flip, the Democrats or the Republicans, or even both. They're going to flip on the marital laws and on child support laws because they're gonna look at it and say, damn, we're running out of citizens, aka we're running out of cattle. We need to hit the reset on the relationship between man and women. But the problem is you've created men that, like I said, guys that, like I keep bringing up the bias, the sex bias with the voting, you know what I'm saying, the voting scam between men and women. So even if you alter the laws, men are gonna be like, okay, so they made the laws fair and balanced again. What's stopping them from removing the fair and balance? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of damage has been done. In all honesty, if they don't fix this loophole between the voting between men and women, like as I stated before, nothing's gonna change. But in 2021, I say this, man, a lot stronger men are coming back. Men that won't tolerate BS, more confident men. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see an uprise in, resurgence of extremely individualistic, extremely confident men in 2021. Because, you survived 2020, Conan 19. I mean, 2020 was a race to make it to 2021. You know what I'm saying? Now you've made it to 2021, you're gonna see. But this has been Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. Strike that like button.